Good morning. I'm Louise Laney. When I found out I had the task of introducing MC, I was ecstatic to say the least because, in simple terms, MC is one of the coolest people I know. Her humor is like none other, and her care for others goes beyond measure. You may know MC as a big-time Spanish club leader. I, however, know her for her talent of performing a multitude of different Spanish solos, word for word, no matter who is watching. You may also know her as one of the most intelligent people you'll ever meet, but I know her as someone who will drop whatever she is doing to help teach a fellow classmate whatever topic they may be confused on. Additionally, you may know MC as a dominant three-sport athlete. While indeed true, I instead see her as the most hardworking and encouraging teammate, for she never fails to go above and beyond in everything she does. She's a Stuco champ, half-marathon running queen, and also a part-time Uber, pulling into the senior lot each morning with a car full of sophomores, which she so kindly drives to school. MC truly never fails to light up the room, and is someone I look up to and am inspired by daily. I know by now y'all must be dying to hear what she has to say, so with that being said, I introduce to you my dear pal, Mary Claire Carney.
I have always loved playing sports. As a child, I spent my Saturdays playing soccer for Grace St. Luke's Church. One Saturday that I can recall seemed no different. I was trying to mentally prepare myself for the 8v8 soccer game that was about to commence. I could feel my feet cramped in my cleats as my heart started to beat faster. The referee blew the whistle, and it was time to play. The ball came straight towards me, and I knew exactly what to do. I began to dribble towards the goal, fully focused on the task at hand. Well, not fully focused, actually. In fact, there was a very specific thought that I just couldn't seem to shake. You see, my fourth grade class had recently begun a study of tsunamis, which are basically really tall waves that happen due to earthquakes, landslides, or volcanic eruptions, and mostly occur in areas characterized by active volcanoes such as Alaska, Chile, and Japan. But how was I supposed to know all of the science? I was shown a video of a building being pushed down the street by the ocean, and that was that. So I thought, what is stopping this very event from happening right before my eyes? This concern began to take over my mind until all I could think about was this terrible natural disaster. As I became even more consumed by these terrifying, unrealistic thoughts, my family started to pick up that something was wrong. You can imagine how that conversation went. Hey, MC, I've noticed something's got you down. What's up? Well, Dad, I can't sleep because I'm too afraid of tsunamis. Silence. My parents had no idea what to say, and I can't blame them. It sounded pretty ridiculous. They tried to explain to me that the likelihood of this occurring is basically zero, but I couldn't be convinced. My anxiety was stronger than any logic or reason that they could provide. But it doesn't end with tsunamis. Many other irrational worries have kept me up at night. Some of my other concerns include the sun exploding, global warming, meteors, aliens, nuclear warfare, and here's a fun one, carbon monoxide poisoning. I bet my mom was surprised to get that phone call. Hey, MC, what's up? Hey, Mom, not to worry you or anything, but I'm pretty sure I have carbon monoxide poisoning. Again, silence. Might I add that I was not exhibiting a single symptom of any illness, and most importantly, had not been exposed to carbon monoxide. Also, you might be thinking that I was still a small child when I had these fears. No, this was sophomore year. But I saw on social media that the illness existed, so of course, I had to worry about it. I must admit, it can be pretty exhausting dealing with every single problem the planet faces on the daily. I envy those who are able to consume food and not worry that it's been poisoned. I wish I was lying, but alas, these are my true feelings, so I must learn to deal with them. I try to distract myself from these thoughts by filling my schedule with tough classes and extracurricular activities. When I'm constantly occupied by hours of homework and practices, I don't think about everything else as much. And while an AP chemistry test might seem scary, compared to the thought of a meteor headed straight for Earth that could end us all, a test doesn't seem so bad. I also have an endless amount of interests that serve as distractions, including Spanish, boy bands, Spanish boy bands, watching TV with my sister, and making way too many jokes about having divorced parents. This works for the most part, but somehow the worry never really stops. Sometimes I start to question if my mind will ever be free from all of the thoughts I can't escape. And as you can imagine, that makes me worry too. I have spent all of my life trying to fight a battle I just can't win. Have I gained anything from all of this useless worrying? And besides my unmatched knowledge of natural disasters, the answer is no, of course not. Worrying can only make things worse. But upon further reflection, I have gained something. An unlikely advantage of all of my worrying has been empathy. Being so highly aware of my surroundings has allowed me to more easily connect with the emotions others are feeling. And as I have tried not to judge myself for my own thoughts, I am reminded that I shouldn't judge others for theirs. I worry way too much. I will probably never be able to stop worrying. That is simply who I am. But instead of perpetually fighting with myself, I will choose to accept myself and appreciate the empathy my anxiety has given me. Thank you.